Hi there, I'm Phil Ramsey, author of the Floods of Knith. The Billibonk and Frankl series aims to help children learn to see systems in the world around them. And we're producing videos to support parents who are interested in helping their children to draw lessons from the books. Sometimes lessons involve understanding some of the patterns that complex systems produce, learning about the principles that shape how systems operate. And sometimes lessons involve understanding the qualities, the values of people who have learned to work with systems. In the Floods of Knith, Billibonk and Frankl learn about rivers and lagoons, how these work together as a system. But they also have to learn some personal lessons. In this video, we'll look at some of the learning Frankl had to do, something he had to appreciate in order to become more effective, particularly when working with others. Throughout the adventure, you'll have noticed Frankl kept clashing with his friend Yolanda. They had different ways of tackling problems, and each thought their own way was best. Now, you might say that Frankl had to learn the value of diversity, that it's good to appreciate others even though they are different to us. Well, Frankl and Yolanda are certainly different. They have different personalities, different ways of working. In any situation, they'll probably be paying attention to different things. But Frankl had to do more than just appreciate that it's okay to be different. He needed to realize that many of the most important differences are actually complementary. Many of the systems we see around us involve complementary differences. For example, breathing. Breathing involves inhaling and exhaling. These are not only different, they are opposites. They couldn't be more different. But of course you need them both. When you breathe in, when you inhale, you get oxygen. You get the oxygen your body needs. But you can't inhale and exhale at the same time. So when you inhale, you're not exhaling. And that means you're not getting rid of the carbon dioxide that is building up in your lungs. Carbon dioxide is a poison. If you hold your breath, you'll be able to feel your body wanting to get rid of this poison. Of course, then when you do exhale, you're not breathing in. You're not getting the oxygen you need. So the more you do one, the more you create a need for the other. This is a complementary difference. That's part of your body's system for breathing, your respiratory system. And it means that the respiratory system doesn't necessarily act in a straight line. For instance, let's say I'm blowing up a balloon. What do I need to do? Well, I need a big exhalation. So what should I do first? Well, in order to breathe out more powerfully, I take a big inhalation. To go in the direction I want, first I go in the opposite direction. Happily, when it comes to breathing, most of us do this without thinking. So we don't get confused, we don't get frustrated. When it comes to differences between people, or between mice, it takes a bit more effort to really appreciate complementary differences. So this is something that you may want to talk about with your child. Frankl needed to get beyond either-or thinking. With either-or thinking, we imagine that one way is right and one way is wrong. Either Frankl's way is best or Yolanda's way is best. That approach is naturally going to lead to a clash. Now, some people suggest that the alternative is both and thinking. We have to do this and that. Of course, that sounds like double the amount of work. Charles Hampton Turner has written a number of books about complementary opposites. He says that the alternative to either or isn't both and, it's through thinking. What does that mean? Well, Frankl really values ideas and understanding. Yolanda really values action and results. Frankl can improve the quality of his ideas through an action-based approach and by paying attention to the results. Yolanda can improve the effectiveness of her actions through a better understanding of how the river system works. The difference is complementary, like breathing. Through an extra effort in one direction, the mice can make progress in the other direction. What's the point? Well, as a systems thinker, Frankl needs to do more than just tolerate diversity and put up with how different Yolanda is. He needs to treasure the difference. He needs to understand that this difference complements him and the way he works. The difference can really help him achieve what's important. I hope this gives you ideas for topics you and your child can draw from the book and maybe explore together. Happy learning.